Dig it. Dig it. Dig it. Get it. Make me wet. What to do? Do what you do. Get what you want. Spread yourself. I do it. Spread yourself. I do it. Get it done. Come with me, sir. Woo! Get it done. You tune in to the Player Circle podcast. I am your host, the Iceman. More bounce to the ounce than I say what counts. Don't nobody go home, and I do mean nobody go home till the fat man fucks. What's happening, chocolate people? What's crack-a-lacking? Hopefully your soul ain't a-lacking. Can you dig it? This is the Player Circle podcast, the only dating and relationship podcast that deals with the black man and the black woman and the loves that they have between them. Can you dig it? And all you other folks, yeah, y'all can holler too. You can get your hollered on. You know, we don't discriminate. We sure don't. My dick don't. Oh no, my dick don't discriminate. But I decided that we're gonna go ahead and holler at y'all. This is a new installment, an episode of the Player Circle podcast. Every Saturday is Player Circle Saturday. However, sometimes I'm going to take a weekend off for personal reasons, and then I will let you know, which is why you have to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at The Iceman Show. Follow me so when I notify you, you know what's popping. You dig? That's my get down. Now, peep this here. Dig if you will. Picture in your mind that it's prime time. Not Deion Sanders, not number 21, but prime time. You dig? Now look at him. A lot of cats like to get out here and get their interracial date on. And the Iceman ain't got nothing against that. You do you, dog. Do your thing. Because Lord knows that I, unfortunately, have dipped my little soldier in a lot of different color schemes. Can you dig it? On multiple continents. You dig? On multiple continents. Look, in layman's terms, I done tore up a lot of ass. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I done tore up a lot of tail. That there young tail. And as a veteran of tearing up assology, what I'm trying to tell your black ass is that I knows what I'm talking about. And you don't. That's why you listening to me. You looking at me. That's why I ain't looking at you. Scooby-Doo looking mother. Black ass. I had no shit out of y'all today. I got my wang sitting over here. Ain't gonna have no shit out of y'all. Got them shits resting in buttermilk. So you know they're gonna be crunchy like the Carter chicken. That's how I cook in my goddamn house. I got paper bags to prove it, full of flour, herbs and spices, and frankincense and myrrh and sassafras, all up in your ass. Can you dig it? Now look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Now look at him. Now, a lot of you young bloods think y'all know every goddamn thing. And I'm here to tell you, brother, you don't know shit. You don't know shit. You don't know shit and you don't know shit. You don't know nothing about getting all up in that thing. You don't know nothing about it. Just because some little dead ass little neighborhood barnyard cat let you run up in her for your first time. You ain't got no experience, boy. How many times have you applied yourself? See, I've applied myself many times. You see? I don't even front. I earned my stripes in the paint. I'm here to tell you. Everybody hit the like button on Facebook and YouTube. Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. Let everybody know how you're feeling this evening, y'all. I know it ain't early in the morning, but I know you can feel me. Now look at him. I've been telling y'all for years that all tail ain't good tail. Oh, you can tear it up. Oh, which way, turn it, slap it, flip it, rub it down, do all the things that a man's supposed to do with tail in his bed. You can do them things. And it might not be enough because there's some things popping off that you don't understand. But the head is yearning. I mean, it's pure yearning for that girl. And what she got, and how she give it, and how hot and wet and tasty it is. Of course, I ain't talking from experience, but look here. I know my ways around. But try not to get emotional this evening. But look at here. When you interracially date, a lot of you, I can't call you YGs because you just, well, look, I just don't want to say on the air, but you're a little bitch made. Got a little too much bitch in you. And when a man has a little too much bitch in him, it is to the detriment of his social existence. Can I get a witness? Can I get a like on that, brother? Can I get that? Can I get that, sister? Holla at your boy. Come on now, Facebook. Hit that like button. Yeah, digs. And by the way, we are accepting $10 donations this evening. Hit me on the Cash App at $the Iceman1906, or you can also donate for free at AskTheIceman.com. Scroll down to the donate button and lay your button on the donate button. We're just asking for $10 donations today, brothers and sisters. Now, as I was saying, before I interrupted myself, all right, there's a lot of things that are at play when a black man gets with a woman of another race. You may be detecting that there is an eagerness and an equal yearning from coming from her direction, and hopefully will hit head on coming from your direction, the energy that you got coming from you, and it'll explode into this night of the agony and the ecstasy. Emphasis on the ecstasy. You digs? You explode with a yearning and that burden off your back and all your balls. I didn't say that. Show love now. We ain't gonna lie to you now, is we? Now look at here. Now, when you lay down with a non-black woman, I ain't saying it's a sin, but in some suckers, it's forbidden. Oh, Lord have mercy. It's forbidden for you to go all up in that sweet white woman, that pure white woman. That smells like ambrosia white woman. The sweet morning dew of rose petals white woman. Oh no, it's forbidden in some circles in this country. Lord. Now look at him. Now, you have to understand that you are not equals in American society. Oh no, you're not. You're not social equals. And that must be taken in account. Lord have mercy. Wow. All the ladies who want you to lay your titties on the computer and just wave your hands in the air, like wave them like it just don't care. Say, I love the ice man. I wish the ice man could be over here sucking on these titties right now. Oh, I wish the ice man was over here sucking on these titties. Don't put your titties on the computer. Let me lead you. Let me lead you. What it do, baby? Now look at him. Now you have to understand that when you look at her as an equal. When she looks at you, she thinks of you as pet sex. Oh, what you saying, Ice Man? What you saying? You're saying that the black man is a beast of burden. That's not what I'm saying, brother. You're not a beast. You're the first human being. How can you be a beast? Now that Caucasoid now. Different story. But when you lay with that woman, that non-black woman, oh, Lord. I get a semi-woody just thinking about her. Lord. Sweet thing. Yummy. Miss Ann. Now look at her. She is not your social equal. And knowing that, will help you proceed forward with eyes wide open. Because a lot of times, brothers, back in my day, cats lost their mind if they got they got down with a white chick. They was like, oh man, I got with this white girl. That was, when I was in the military, that was the end thing. I mean, it wasn't like, like no Kuta Kinte type shit, but it was just cats was like, some cats didn't get down like that till, they got out there in the world like that. The same was for me, even though I went to white schools. I was never interested. I was very seldom interested in them white girls because I knew what they were doing. And it wasn't too many of them that were built the kind of way that I like my women built. Back in the 80s, black women were damn near goddesses in the 80s. So as they got to junior high, they started getting swollen in the right places and started filling out. It was plenty of girls I thought were ugly in elementary school, saw them in junior high, and they was, their face hadn't changed, but boy, them titties and that ass, hey, bump that bitch up a few notches. She would have been a 5 with that near ugly face, but because of them titties and that ass, it's like she looked like she done had a natural boob job done, a natural ass lift done. I done banged some chicks like that, black women that are built like that. It's incredible to see a woman that perfect. Naked. See that back in my day, remember them velvet pictures of the black woman, she turned around holding her titties and the booty poked out, had the big soul sister afro. See, I grew up on that shit. Sisters were beautiful back then. Even if they wore their hair in nappy ass afro puffs, they were beautiful. You couldn't tell a sister, you couldn't talk to a sister back then the way they talk to them today. These sisters have knocked them white girls out. They was pro-black like a motherfucker back then. They didn't play that shit. Oh no, they didn't play that. You was on team black back then. I don't know what's going on now. There's a lot of fuckery out here, as you already know, because I talk about it. But look at here. Now, again, when you lay with her, you looking at an equal, and she looking at, and when she lays with you, it's business as usual. It's like, oh, I want some of this nigger dick, but when I get up, put my Wranglers back on, and even if I'm listening to Lil Nas X on the way to the crib, it's still team white, team cockasoy. Okay, I've dealt with plenty white girls like that who were still racist as hell, but but kept it on lock as long as they were getting all the dick they wanted, because they was dick goblins. They were addicted to black dick, but they didn't want to admit it. And some of these white girls didn't want to be fucking too many dudes. Now, white girls today, they just fuck a bunch of niggas. They just nasty. Which is, like I say, I tell y'all, I get strapped up. I don't give a fuck. I'll go get a goddamn dishwashing glove and put it on before I sit up here and go bareback with these nasty bitches. Hell fucking no. I ain't trying to end up like Magic Johnson. Okay? I ain't trying to have that kind of storyline in life. Fuck all that shit. Man, is it raining? The fuck? Man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. I know I heard something. I was like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, it's raining like a motherfucker out here. These motherfuckers running around here getting their goddamn cars washed. I'm like, as soon as I saw it was possibly gonna rain this weekend. Shit. I made sure I was gonna have my ass in the house. Because normally I run up the street here and go get some Buffalo Wild Wing, give me a couple burgers. That should be good. Buffalo Wild Wing. And one thing I say about them, I ain't never got bad food from them. Real talk. I ain't trying to big up them motherfuckers. Okay? I ain't trying to give them no big ups. I gotta give credit where credit is due. And there's old ass nigga, old 55-year-old nigga that sued him for some millions. I read this article online. This motherfucker done they call him the angry black man. He was a line cook at Buffalo Wild Wing. Man, look, bro, look. If he wasn't at least the sous chef, if that nigga 55 years old and he cooking at Buffalo Wild Wings for $10 an hour, $9 an hour, they was harassing his ass. They was straight harassing him. They were talking to him like he was a little kid. See, that's what happened when you end up being an old nigga at the job, man. That's why I be telling brothers, don't be the old nigga at the job. It's some now, like I said, if you executive chef, that's one thing. If you are assistant general manager of a restaurant or like a Denny's, or if you a general manager of a Denny's or something like that, that's cool. Ain't no, if you could be 60 and because I done met sisters that had degrees and shit that are Chick-fil-A fucking managers coming right out of Spelman. But Chick-fil-A pay their managers, 80, 90,000 plus bonuses and shit. And Chick-fil-A, they are packed all day in Atlanta. They be having some of them be having double drive-throughs. They get so much action. Them people support Chick-fil-A. And to me, Chick-fil-A is not that good. They're pricey as fuck. I still fuck with them because it's at least gonna be, the chicken is gonna be average. I know what to expect. I ain't been burned that many times from Chick-fil-A. But look here. Now look at him. Now, y'all niggas be thinking that there's some different kind of treatment at the end of the rainbow when it comes to you being a black man. Dude, look, I done tore up ass overseas, and dude, let me tell you something. Them women be still just as racist. Sooner or later, they racism come out one way or the other, whether they German, Italian, whatever. And yeah, they love niggas over there. Okay? I ain't even gonna front, nigga. I had my pick of women when I lived in Germany. I never worried about having a woman, and they're willing to take care of you. Just as long as you don't fuck their friends. That's all they care about. Don't fuck my friends. And a lot of niggas come over there doing that, but they still land on their feet over there because somebody gonna take them in. Because black dick is a premium. But after a while, that bum nigga shit is gonna play out for you. It's hard to become, since they formed the EU, it's hard to become a citizen of one of the EU countries. It's hard. They'll make you wait years. What if that bitch kick you out? Now, it's highly unlikely that won't happen, because when they get some of them German women get with you, niggas just don't fuck my friends. I love you to death. As long as I want me an American. I want an American. I don't want one of these motherfucking German men. I know what to expect. He gonna drink his ass to oblivion. He gonna drink that beer till he pass out every day after work. See, that's what they deal with over there. They men are like white men over here. They don't want to fuck. They don't want to fuck their women no more. They done got over it. They either doing freaky shit, doing criminal shit, like doing child porn or something like that. They got kitty porn on their computer or something, or they into little girls, or they straight up a pedophile. A secret pedophile. They don't want to have normal sex like me and you do. They men be on some crazy shit. I'm being a BDSM and all this type of shit. I remember one time one of my cousins was telling me where the BDSM places was around there in Minneapolis, St. Paul. I was like, hey, you ain't no need of me telling me where that shit is. I don't need to know where no fake ass sex dungeon is. I ain't paying no $100 to get no bullshit ass club, see women, getting whooped naked and all that type of shit. I don't need to see no shit like that. If I can't fuck, why am I there? If it ain't a swingers club, I ain't wasting my time. And I've been in some of them. You digs? But black men, you don't understand. You don't even understand your international position, social position. Everybody just wants you to rap to them, sing to them, and fuck them. That's all they want out of black men outside the United States. I'm sorry to tell you. And when you deal with some of these foreign women and they got that mindset already, there ain't nothing you can do with that chick. Ain't nothing you can do with her. She is etched in her brain that you are a product, not a person. Sorry to tell you, brother. But white supremacy is global. Sure, you can find some exceptions, but I'm talking most of the Caucasian countries, which includes Latin America and Europe. You a nigger everywhere. Maybe not that. Maybe there's varying degrees of nigger, but you still a nigger to them. And if shit goes sideways, they still gonna be on your ass, or they're gonna have the authorities on your ass, and you don't want to be dealing with that type of shit. That's why I be telling brothers, some of these brothers think they can get a passport and they can just light up the friendly skies. And I'm just like, dude, what are you talking about? There ain't no oasis, no pussy oasis for black men nowhere. And then 99.9% of the places around, especially in the Far East, in Asia or Latin America, you're dealing with po bitches. They gonna have their hand in your pocket. Hell, they probably had a hand all the way up your ass, and then have it coming out your mouth with your billfold in their hand, since you ain't paying attention. I wouldn't doubt it. Gotta be built like that, dog. Gotta have the shoulders. Gotta have the shoulders. Gotta have the shoulders for this game. Otherwise, you just up here bullshitting. That's why I say it's too many people out here. The reason why I'm on the air doing this is because there's too many niggas out here who ain't got no game. Just, let me just go give it to you, straight, no chasing. Let's, on the Player Circle podcast and the Iceman Show podcast, we keep it gangster here. Okay? We keep it playing. We keep it truthful and honest, because that's how we grow as people. I might come on here talking shit and acting silly, but let's get something straight. This is edutainment. Entertainment that educates. That's what we do here. You digs? And so when you're talking about the socioeconomic implications of you dating a non-black woman and you being equals, which is you really need to be the equal, or you need to be higher. The man either needs to be the equal, or he actually, an ideal position is for him to be above her. And I'm not saying that in worth. He has to have the what's called the masculine advantage. that makes him the head of the household. Not that egalitarian feminist 1960s, 1970s, everything is equal. That's bullshit. It's never equal. Sometimes it's 99-1. Sometimes it's 70-30, not 60-40. Talking about a 50-50 love, yeah. It ain't never 50-50. Sometimes you gonna carry the load and that shit gonna wear your ass out. And sometimes she gonna have to carry the load and that's gonna wear her the fuck out. But what keeps you together is the love and the respect that she has for you, because you're looking at her like down, like kind of at an angle, and she's looking up at you, saying, I trust your judgment. It doesn't say that she's less a human being here. We're not, this is not misogyny 101. This is not misogyny talk. We don't do that here. We're talking about the man being the head of the household, which is how it was before the fucking feminism, which worked, by the way. Now we got all this sexual gender confusion bullshit going on, cisgender and all this silly shit. Well, I was born a boy, but you know, I think I want a pussy. I was born a man, and you know, now you know I want to be able to sit down when I piss. That's what we dealing with today, and that's why you know the physical attacks from the white supremacists in this country, whether it be the white vigilante citizenry or the race soldiers posing as police officers. Whenever a terrorist cell has to get activated, they know when to activate. It's damn near like the Transformers. And it's not in disguise. Shit ain't disguised today, not in the Trump era. These motherfuckers are Heil Hitler in the public right in front of your ass. They'll be on the subway in New York, be like Heil Hitler. You be hearing that shit. Motherfucker had them boots on and shit. If they got red boots in they boot, they got red shoelaces in they boots, that mean they done killed a black person or they've beaten a black person. That's what that means. They made somebody bleed. So when you see all of them wearing red, some wearing white shoestrings in their boots, some wearing red, that means they done made a black man or woman spill blood. And believe you me, those cowards are looking for easy, soft targets. They're looking for the weak and the sick and the lame. It's just like a herd of wolves chasing a small herd of bison. And who they're going to go after? They're going to go after the baby calves. They're going to go after the calves, and they're going to go after the sick. And they're going to watch them for days. See which, and they look for irregularities in patterns in the way certain members of the tribe carry themselves. So if them wolves got them big ass lungs, so those wolves can run 30, 40 miles an hour for like miles, 20, 30 miles. You see them wolves humping and they running in snow. A wolf doesn't look big because they're not bulky like their cousins, the dog. See, a dog could be, if you feed a lab real good and he or she is running around being a dog and being able to dig in the ground and run for miles and come back to the property. If you got a dog like how we used to have a dog back in the day that would leave at night to go get some trim. Them dogs did their own thing, but they were there when you got off work or got out of school. They were right there at the fence waiting for you. jumping all over you. Because we had a dog till I was probably about 7. We had a German Shepherd. At night, he would just leave. Because my mom worked at night back then, back in the late 60s. And right when my mom came home, that's when he would come home. And he would meet my mom. He was a good dog. Okay, but there was a hole in the back of the fence in the backyard he used to sneak through. See, them dogs back then were smart as hell. These dogs today are dumb because we don't live like that no more. We were damn near, I'm first generation off the plantation, dog. That's why my dad got so many problems, so many psychological problems, because of that Jim Crow scarred him. But he don't want to admit it. And it makes him evil. When some of the time he's not, you could tell that ain't his nature to be evil like that. But he does that out of insecurity. And you got to understand, going back to them days, 10 kids, daddy already complaining about feeding everybody. Although my grandfather was one of the few black men in that area of the South that wasn't sharecropping. He was subsistence, and he was a commercial farmer. And he made my dad said a few times he broke even or made profit. But he wasn't a big mouth. He didn't tell everybody. He wasn't telling all them other niggas. So what he would do, what Big Papa would do, is he went up there to Michigan, where we got a bunch of relatives. He went up there to Michigan and started buying up farm property up there. Because I think a cousin, my dad had flew when I lived in Michigan. My dad flew up there my dad got a bunch of cousins in central Michigan. And we drove up there, and my one cousin was like, he said to my dad, called my dad his nickname. He said, "You remember, man, your dad was up here for like 4 or 5 years." He said, "Yeah." He was like, "When?" He was like, "When was my dad up here?" He was like, "Back in the 50s. Yeah, your dad was up here. They had land up here. Because my uncle was helping him. One of my uncles was helping him. Then he had to go back down there where we from. But that was a trip. They was telling me about that. So, I'm just going to say this here. You can't assume that just because somebody's nicer to you, that they're not looking at you as property, or they're just looking at you for a good time and expecting you to pay for it. Because a lot of times they expect you to pay for it. Oh, they'll give you some, but then they still want to feel like they're above you. And that's a problem for me. Because I've had some try to do that to me. Try to come at me with that bullshit. And I'm just like, hey man, you look here, I ain't hard up to be with no Caucasian woman. I know you ain't trying to run that game on me. I know you ain't trying to run that. You're gonna lose if you try to run that. Because I got other breezes. You ain't the only one. Don't get it twisted. Some of them get it twisted. They think they start believing that their little coochie is the best you've ever had, better than black women. And they start believing the hype. It's all hype. You might not, we got a lot to say about what happened with the part of the black woman's anatomy and physiology, goes from her neck, from her shoulders to her, top of her head. We got a problem with what comes out of that region of her body. But, up until recently, We wasn't worried about the appearance. It was just the attitude and the behavior that brothers was getting tired of, and still getting more and more tired of, because it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary to act like that. We need you more. We need your support now more than we've ever needed it. We got these race soldiers out here killing black folks willy-nilly style. We got, they out here beating on our kids in school. They slamming our kids' head on the sidewalk. We at war, dog. We at war. How can you come together, whether you just good between that woman's legs or not? How can you do that and you don't understand the socioeconomic ramifications of what you're doing? That's why a lot of cats, they have to, it always has to be a situation where they got to go to jail to realize that America is a white supremacist country, and a country founded on the principles of white supremacy, religion, propaganda, violence, murder, rape, sodomy, pedophilia, theft, larceny over trillions of dollars, criminal persecution, and unfair and and criminal prosecutions. We're political what do you call it? We're political prisoners in our own country. Some countries especially when Malcolm X and Dr. King was still with us, and some other of our leaders were still with us. Maybe that wasn't as popular as Dr. King and our brother Malcolm. Brothers understood the ramifications of what they were doing, and they were men about it. And they weren't fooled by the tricks of white supremacy. Dr. King wasn't, and neither was Brother Malcolm. None of them were. They were not fooled the way we're fooled today, and hoodwinked and run amok. You digs? Today, black people welcome the fuckery. You got too many fuck boys out here and not enough real niggas. And that's why women are getting over on you. It's not enough to say you're too nice. It's not just being too nice. It goes deeper than that. Your conduct is damn near criminal. Got niggas out here cupcaking and giving women money and shit. And I'm just like, nigga, what? You don't get no woman no money? Under no circumstance does money change hands until you like years later, I ain't going nowhere. This my soul, man. I just don't know if I want to get married to her, or I don't know if I want to get married to him. Some people roll like that, and then as soon as they get married, been together 20 years, then they get married, end up divorced 2 years later. But then they still get back together. So I be telling people, when you got a woman up in your grill talking, pressuring you to get married, be like, man, if you don't get out of my face with that bullshit, it's just symbology. It's symbolism. All it is symbolism. They just want to show. They don't want to do the work. That's why I used to do them videos about marriage. Marriage is just, it's just a piece of paper between you and that person. You can, if you with somebody for 20, 30 years and but y'all ain't married, y'all done raise kids and shit, man, you could draw your will up and be like, look, I want my girl Gwen to get all my assets, her and the kids. You can sit down and write up a will like that. You ain't got to marry nobody. Now, if you talking about a veteran and you want to get that flag, yeah, that's different. They'll give it to a kid. They won't give it to if the veteran ain't married, they give it to a kid, the first kid. That's how they do that. Anyway, after a while, I figured out that I had to have the same mentality they have toward me. Hey, this is just sex. This is fun. We're just having a fuck-filled weekend. I come over there Friday night. She got all the drink. I might even bring over some dank. Okay, she got the drink. She said, "What you drink 1800, huh?" And I'll turn to the camera. I'll be like, "Yeah, I drink 1800." Cling. 1800 for players only. Drink responsibly, nigga. Those of you on Facebook, in case we get cut off, you can join us you can join me. You can subscribe to my channel, Mad Voodoo Man on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, and that way you get alerts when we do our live stream or when I post a video. So go do them shits right now in case we get cut off. And hey, Facebook, why y'all dogging me, man? Y'all can't hit the like button, man. What's up with that? Check these donations because I think we riding a little light today. You gotta check YouTube. Sometimes YouTube be living kind of foul sometimes. You digs? I got an email sitting here that I should have sent off an hour ago. Oh shit, man! I gotta plug this computer up before it go off on me. Get them shits done before this damn thing cut off. Anyway, crisis averted. Your bitch ass. Yes, sir. We is on the air. Hopefully, I sent a tweet out to everybody, so y'all should be up on that. Y'all should be up on that, you digs. Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. You digs. Here we go. Gotta change these guys. There's Keith. Okay, I gotta change that. Okay. Here we go to bullshit. Epic Negro. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, I know who that is. Okay. We'll take care of that when we get off the air. You digs. But anyway, I always knew that whether they behave that way or not, that they are on a higher social plane than I am. Doesn't make me less than a human. We're not talking about that kind of comparison. What we're talking about is social standing and social implications as others see you in American society. That's what we're talking about here. And we have to look at, okay, I want to thank everybody for donating today. We are at $30. Hey, guys, this is a holiday weekend. Let's hit that 100. Can I get somebody to donate 20? 20 going, 20 going. Let's definitely hit 100 today, maybe even 200. Okay, let's fundraise today. I like to try to do a lot of fundraising on holiday weekends because I know a lot of people are at home and they're chilling. I know the East Coast, big ups to the East Coast and some parts of the Midwest. Y'all got that tornado going through there. Hey, prayers to you guys. Fuck the white supremacists though. I know a storm went through the southeast, and then I think a fucking heat wave hit their ass right after that. So I know it's gotta be sticky in the southeast. Woo. Anyway, let's hit 100. Let's get that 100. Your next hour, let's hit 100. Let's do them shits. All right. But I realized that I'm not saying that these people are, I'm not like conceding that that racially I'm saying this person's better than me. No, I'm saying I understand that they're here and I'm here. How do you know that? Well, go over to her house and act a fool, or even have her come to your house and act a fool. And see what happened, and see how quick she called a popo on you. Mr. I thought she loved chocolate. Now I'm in county jail. Because when you're black, you're guilty till proven innocent. And if it's a white girl involved, we know you did it. And you're lucky this ain't 1905 because we just go into jail, yank that black ass out there and string your ass up. And they find you in the morning with your balls and your dick and your balls missing. Doing this shit. Although they can get you in other ways. That is just as painful. Maybe psychologically, like ruin your good name, like they did Bill Cosby. And to some cats, their name is all they got, which I could totally understand, and can definitely have a thorough understanding as to why some cats are on that tip. And why they remain there. And I don't blame them. Your name is all you got sometime. And then you got somebody trying to ruin it because they on some white supremacy? Fuck out of here. So you can't just lay with somebody and think it's just an innocent lay. Maybe to you it is. But to them, it ain't. It's a lot of black dudes who thought they white girlfriends was about that life, and they found out they laid down, a left wing liberal, and woke up more racist and white supremacist than Rush Limbaugh. And you're like, well, when did that metamorphosis happen? Oh, it was already there, just to have any reason to pull it out. Next thing you know, you in handcuffs, and then she's sitting on the curb crying, acting like you did something to her. When you didn't do shit but call the bitch on her bullshit. That could have been all it was. Instead, now you got domestic violence people involved. You got the popo involved. You got the courts involved. You got the county sheriff involved over some bullshit. I seen niggas' lives get ruined like that. With a fucking argument that they had with a white girlfriend. Been with her for years. Sometimes it come down to that one day when they show you all this time where they were mentally with you. They never gave up their standing in the social pecking order or hierarchy of white supremacy like you thought they weren't. That was your stupidity. That's why when you hear these sisters tell these brothers, hey man, you went out there and got that white woman, you went out there and got with that white woman, and you got that good job with them good benefits. They always got to bring that shit up. And you can use your VA to get a house. They always start talking that shit. Cause funny how some of these brothers get with Becky's and their lives are more stable than they were when they was with that old Oregon cackling ass black woman. See, a lot of sisters be getting mad when we talk like that, but it's the truth, it's sisters, it's the truth. Cause I get cats saying to me all the time, hey, Ice, how come all these black women fat? I said, cause we tolerate it. We didn't tolerate that shit back in the 80s and the 90s either. Sisters weren't fat like that because they had their ass in the streets and they were eating right. Sisters didn't eat all that, all them hot Cheeto, all that shit. You didn't see black women eating that shit back in the 80s. They were eating fruit, vegetables. Black women were way more African back then. What you see now is 40, 30-something years of white supremacist feminist politics and policies go into law, and black women jumping on the feminist bandwagon, and then as a result, we got the whorehouse culture. We got a whorehouse culture, and we have you have a whole generation of black women who just want to bust it open. They're just whores, thoughts. That's it, with children. So you have, you're talking about two generations of whorehouse culture. And failed behavior, and black men being mass incarcerated, and then black women helping them. Black women having babies with black men and won't let them see their kids all of a sudden after child support and all that bullshit went into law. Now they could deny you from seeing your kids. You got to spend thousands of dollars trying to see your fucking kids. Meanwhile, she lying to your kid, telling the kids you ain't shit. She's either doing it by word, or she's got an older child telling the younger children that, feeding them that bullshit, that propaganda, or they shitting on you by omission. They ain't never mentioning your birthday. They ain't making sure, hey, go call your dad. It's your dad's birthday. It's Father's Day. Call your dad. Send him an email. Do something. That's what you call being shitting on the non-custodial parent by way of omission. You just omit his ass. See, I know about all that shit. Those are all the dirty tricks that you got women trying to play. Instead of, we ain't talking about being fair. You want fair? Go to a fair. Wait till the summer and be out there with them pigs and them hogs and them chickens with your dumb ass. There ain't no such thing as fair when it comes to black men and women. Dealing with women. Let me rephrase that. Actually, I mean both statements. There is no safe haven for a black man. And there really ain't one for none of us. But they make black women believe that there's some sister girl coalition. And black women believe that shit and end up getting played for a fool years later. The white woman get the bag. The black woman get the welfare and all the kids by different men. And she has transferred their whorehouse culture from Europe over to black women, and then black women instituted it in their families, or their fragmented fraction of what's supposed to be families, i.e. the whorehouse generation. Throw your pussy up in the air and wave it like you just don't care. The what you see, the black female crackhead, like what you see on or saw on Boys in the Hood. Sisters wasn't like that out where I've come from. The 70s sisters was, in the 80s sisters on that black power. This bullshit that we got going on right here, that ain't I don't know what the hell that is. Trying to make black men shit on black men, voluntarily just shitting on black men just to be doing it because white mommy said so. That shit is getting sisters in trouble in the Trump era. A lot of sisters starting to wake up. Say, wait a minute, let me shake off the feminism. Wait a minute, we need these brothers. That's why they whooping sisters' heads out here. These other races are just whooping the heads of black women because they know black men ain't gonna do shit. You got a third of black men out here with sugar in their tank, walk around here being booty bandits. Okay? Riding on that Hershey highway. Talking about I'm LGBT and I want to live like they live. And ooh, child. Now you got niggas out here with lace fronts. Okay? You got a third of us out here trying to wear, bust it open and wear 4-inch heels. Then you got another third black men like me and some of these listeners who are just brothers out here just struggling socially because we ain't part of the bullshit. And then the other third is unknown. We don't know those are the coons and the Sambos. Those are the niggas that are telling on us, the Roland Martins and all the other melanated sellouts that we got, Joy Reid and all them types, and then we got the poverty pimps. We got the Rems, we got the so-called civil rights. We could fit civil rights. I got my ass beaten Selma on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, civil rights activists. You can throw them in there with the Sambos and the coons. So you got a third of our black, almost two. You got 2/3 of black men who are useless. And now you got a third that's got to fight the battles of all thirds. Y'all see where I'm going with this? So when you sit up there and raise your kid on this whorehouse with this whorehouse LGBT agenda, feminizing black men, don't be surprised if your son is 11 years old. He want to go to gay pride. You don't mind his booty getting towed up because you want him to make his whatever decision he want to make to be sexually confused. And then instead of getting grandkids, you got a son that's busting it open at gay pride all over the country. Ain't producing no kids because his pussy ain't attached to no uterus and no fallopian tubes and no ovaries. That nigga got a ball sack. Instead of him busting it open with some girl thing, making you some grandkids, he up here, he boy pussy. Okay? He let niggas bust it open in his asshole. This nigga got Volleyball, his ass is volleyball. He got a volleyball ass. If he lay down and you take a basketball, you could drop a basketball and it won't even hit the rim. That nigga ass just like this, like the Grand Canyon. Thanks to your sick ass thinking. You talk about I'm proud of my son. No, you are creeped out about your son. You just don't want to admit it. You might not want your son out there getting 20, 30 women pregnant, but you want your son to have some sense. But at the same time, you don't want no homosexual son. That's attention getting. When you get let me tell you something. I have my second master's is in psychopathology. I might not have a PhD in this shit, but I know damn near as much as they do. Kids need this is why gender roles in the home is so important. If your son, you got a son at home and he's got all that estrogen in the house, what do you think he's going to end? How you think he's going to end up? He's going to either end up a homosexual or he's going to end up a hypersexual. He's going to end up being a brute. He's going to grow up thinking it's okay to rape women or damn near take them there. He just got enough discipline not to go over that line. You know who I'm talking about. He got 6 or 7 kids by 10 different women. That's hypersexuality. That's not manhood. That's not manhood. That's plantation buck mentality. That's the kind of sexual behavior that was promoted on plantations during slavery, so that they could make more slave children, more labor, more beasts of burden. Don't get it twisted. Some of y'all got this shit twisted. And let's check the donations, because we had a couple people break bread. We were at $30. We got to bust 100 minimum today. Let's get it popping. The Iceman on fire. Let's get it cracking. All right, Monstar, be safe, brother. Exactly, Justin. Motherfucker out here riding the Hershey Highway. I don't want no homosexual kids. I don't want no kids like that. I'm sorry. I ain't against y'all. I ain't against LGBT, but I ain't for you either. I ain't no supporter of what you do, but I'm a black hippie. I'm old school. Live and let live. Long as you don't bother me, dog. Long as you don't bother me, hey, we ain't even got to be friends, but you got to respect me. See, the problem is these folks, these non-black people expect to be able to disrespect you, but receive respect in return. That ain't how this works, player. The Iceman, you ain't gonna, I'm gonna go home with my dignity. I might not have no money, but I'm gonna come home with my dignity intact. You digs? I ain't finna support white supremacy directly or indirectly. We all, our lives are intertwined in the throes of white supremacy, but you can minimize it with using your common sense. And like I said, I ain't against white people. I ain't against white people at all. I'm against white supremacy. That's who I'm against. I'm against this. I'm against the system of white supremacy, but I'm not against anybody of any color. Let me just say that. Maybe that's a better way of saying it. I welcome all folks, but I don't love my enemies. I love God, but I don't love my enemies. If my enemies step to me, I'm gonna give you some of that work. I'm gonna have to give you that work, dog. Whatever happens, I'm gonna have to give you that work. I ain't no bitch. I ain't bitch made. Sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes I hurt people. Sometimes people hurt me. But that's you just all of us trying to live. But don't be evil. Don't be against people. Don't be evil. Don't be hateful. But a lot of us, we spend a lot of time being hateful toward people, being nasty. People think I'm not being nasty towards certain family members on here. I'm not being mad. I'm not just telling the truth. It's just coming out because you ain't heard, you ain't never really seen no black man get real like that. See, I ain't a clown. I know how to clown, but I ain't a clown. There's a difference. Let's just keep all the way 100. There's too many soft niggas out here. Too many niggas out here who have who got hush puppies on instead of steel toe boots, ready to kick ass. Instead, you walking around here, you know, with your booty cheeks up in the air. But at the same time, you talking about, hey man, I ain't LGBT, but you know, I don't mind wearing these flooded pants and I don't mind having my booty hiked up in the air. Or you walking around sagging and your drawers and your ass out. What's the message you sending, black man? And then you out here trying to date when you dealing with women who comes from a race of people where they weaponize their sex. See, black men don't weaponize their sex when they dealing with other women of other races. Sometimes you weaponize your sperm toward black women. And you got to be careful not to do that. Your testosterone level is way higher than all other men, even at my age. And you have to be careful because having a bunch of kids strewn all over the country is not a good look, player. That's not player. Especially when you can, this is a free enough country where you can march right down here to Walmart or Walgreens or CVS or the corner liquor store and buy you a 3-pack of Trojan this weekend. Maybe buy 3 sets of them mugs. Some cats don't want to buy a whole box. Hey man, a whole box of Trojan, $8, man. Shit. That bitch ain't even got over here yet. Some niggas are cheap, man. You digs? Some guys get down like that. So you can't weaponize your sperm against the black woman, but you got to weaponize your sperm against all women because all these women of all races will pin you in child support court and family court and have you hemmed up. And you're gonna be looking at me like, hey, Ice, how you didn't warn me about this shit? I said, nigga, what you think I've been doing all these years? I know because I done had to deal with it. It's easy to get your kids to hate you. Trust me, I know. It's easy to do that. It's easy for you to turn your kids against their father. It's easy to do that shit. And these kids, they're like clay. They're like Play-Doh. You shape your kids to be whatever monsters you want them to be. Or if you want them to be good, well-adjusted people, you have the power to do that. And these women, they like, hey, I don't give a fuck about these kids. They're just pawns. This is a chess game, and they're just pawns. They ain't even my rook. They ain't even my bishop. They're pawns. So when you playing chess, who you want to go first? Who you want to get eliminated first? The pawn, because the stakes ain't that high. Although if they wipe out all your pawns, you're exposed. They can get to your king quickly. And just like in chess, you can take somebody's queen out and still not win. That's why I be telling guys, you got to be here and they got to be here. We're not talking about human worth. We're talking about how we're conditioned and where you need to be as a leader, regardless of how much gook you hear coming out of her mouth. You got to understand, in a family hierarchy, the woman is just above the children. There's a reason for that. So when you have a male-dominated, masculine-dominated, or what they call a paternalistic social society, those of you who got degrees in sociology, you know what I'm talking about. That's when you get into ownership of means of production, titans of industry. We get into economics. You sway it from economics and sociology, and you're going back and forth. That's what I'm doing here. That's why I say you don't understand where you are on the social pecking order. You way down here, they way up here, and you're not thinking about any of this until she caught a popo on your ass. That sweet white girl let you bust it wide open, doing all the little freaky stuff you like to have happen. She called a popo on your ass as soon as you raise your voice. Now you sitting there like, damn, this man was right. That's fucked up. I'm fucked up in the game, player. You sure are fucked up in the game. You done fuck now you might even have a felony on your record because of her ass. And she'll be on with the next brother. You won't even be a faded memory. You'll just be that nigga paying child support. But you thought you were gonna get treated better because you was with a white girl. That's not how it works, dog. 99.9% of the time you get left ass out. I'm not trying to shit on the white girls here. Just being honest. They know like I said, they make you believe they on some liberal shit, but when they get up out of that bed, they are team white supremacy. Like I said, there's America is an eagle, or shouldn't be an eagle, but it is. The symbol of America is an eagle. You got a left wing, you got a right wing, and both of them wings on the same goddamn corrupt, hateful, racist ass white supremacist bird. And you flying above like a fucking, exposed dove or a pigeon. You sitting up here thinking because we all birds that eagle's your friend. What you left out was that eagle eats pigeons, not the other way around. And that Caucasian woman is always gonna be an eagle, and you gonna be a pigeon. When doves cry. Better get out of here with that bullshit. You want some game? I'm giving you game. Get them shit straight, dog. She might lay with you, but she know what the social pecking order is. She ain't forgot about that. You the one that's sitting up there not weaponizing your penis. See, with me, I get with these women and, hey, I know what time it is. Hey, let's not play. We can play, but let's not play. You know what it is. I know what it is, and you know what it is. And I ain't thinking beyond that. That way, ain't nobody gotta be mad at nobody. You know what it is. Let's not fuck around. That's why you open the door with your panties around your ankles, because you know what it is. Only dumb niggas come in there falling in love. Players get lonely too. Players need love too. But we know who to love and who not to love. Because we done got a heart broke. We done dealt with a no good dirty bitch at least once. And we like, we know what the fuckery looks like. Hell yeah, they'll mess you up. They do it every time. They do it every fucking time. They'll ruin your life. That sometimes that coochie ain't worth it. See, when you get older, you start realizing that. You start being more selective, because it's like you know what happens when you just, somebody lets you bust it wide open the first night or the second night or whatever, or the situation just, you should wait to have sex with this person, and you laid the mitts on each other and you got it on. A lot of times they'll be the first motherfuckers to try to get you fucked up. They the first one try to get you fired off your job. The sex was incredible. That person seemed like the perfect girlfriend too fast. Now she's the girlfriend from hell. You like, oh man, I done got with the devil. That's what I say, man. You guys try to get in these interracial relationships thinking that Becky gonna treat you better than LaQuisha. That ain't always the case. Sometimes it's best to leave both of them alone. Because a lot of these Caucasian chicks, they be fronting, man. They'll act like they'll treat your ass good, but they'll just treat you good on the front end. On the back end, they're gonna treat you like a nigger. And they'll have kids with you. Some of them will marry you, but they will still be team white supremacy, and they'll even be against them black kids. You can be stupid if you want to, because a lot of niggas love to be stupid. A lot of niggas love to be stupid. Hey, everybody, let's hit the donations, man. We're still at $30. Let's get it cracking, y'all. Look like we done stalled. Look like we need to take a break. All right, we're gonna take a break. Okay, we're gonna take a break. We need it. Hey, we're at $30. That's come on, man. Let's hit that 100. Okay, let's get it cracking. I'm gonna take a break right here. Be back in 2 and 2. This is the Players Circle podcast. I am your host, the Iceman. Be back in 2 and 2. I'll holla. You digs? Can you dig it? Now look here. Mm-hmm. Yes. As we proceed to give you what you need, now look here. You as a man have to know where you stand. And if you don't know, you'll get a crash course that's going to be very unfair. You digs? And in so doing, you get your wake up call. What's going to end up happening is you're going to find out the hard way that a hard head make a soft ass. You did. And you're going to wish that you knew your play. See, black men be getting caught slipping because we forget who we are and what we are. You digs? We're already at war with these hoes. A woman, you got to understand, as a basic man, this is how America's set up. Women cause problems, men solve them. That's your general situation dealing with American women. They create problems, you solve them. Then you grow old and die with an empty bank account. That's why it ain't about love no more. It ain't about none of that shit no more. You digs? Remember, guys, you can use the Cash App when you donate. No, actually, Triple T Kill, we all fall in that category one way or the other. Okay? We all problem solve one way or the other. And indirectly, the players, we don't necessarily get caught up in dumb shit, but there's going to at least be a slight headache when it comes to dealing with American women. They're going to do something on their way out to at least give you a slight headache. Maybe she erased everybody on your contact list because while you were in the shower, this other chick was blowing up your phone. You digs? See, a lot of women have gotten smart when it comes to doing dirt and protecting their feelings. They don't learn how to be masterful at that. And if you don't, if you don't know any better, you're gonna get your ass kicked out here. Yep. But listen, okay? Women try to choose the best candidate for the job. And what that is, again, women cause problems, men solve problems. Women are masterful at getting a man to believe he has to have her, not need. That he's got to be a fiend for her. He can't just be the man in the relationship. He got to be a simp. That's why I said be careful when you date women outside your race, because the politics are different between them. If you deal with a Italian family, if you deal with somebody who comes from a Latino or Mexican family, the politics of their families are different than yours. You have to understand their culture is based on racism. White supremacy is very strong in Latino culture. That's why sometimes they can be more racist than regular American white folks. You ain't got no friends anywhere. And it's about time we figure that shit out. We ain't got no friends, player. Niggas walk around here, hey, we got some friends out here. No. And know the difference between a friend and an ally. An ally is somebody you use for that moment. Maybe it's quid pro quo. They help you, you help them. Some people are willing to have a relationship with you like that, in business and in personal. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. You dig? A lot of black folks want to believe that we equal now, and we're not. We're just as unequal as we were 50 years ago. They're just more covert about it. They're just as racist today as they were in 1959. Don't get it twisted. Don't let them have your head spinning around, because they will. Hey, man, I tried to watch this Jeffrey Dahmer killer, cannibal. Do you know it was so sickening? I can't believe that they're talking. Jeffrey Dahmer was beyond disgusting. He was, dude, I cannot explain to you how uncomfortable I felt after I watched part 1. It was 2 hours. Look, it ain't a whole lot of shit that creeps me out. That shit creeped me out because they were explaining in detail about him eating motherfuckers and being creepy and how vicious he killed some of these young men. I mean, it made me feel, I was high that night, and I was like, Jeffrey? I was looking around for his ass. That's kind of white dude scares niggas. Him and Freddy Krueger. Oh, and Michael Myers. Them 3 dudes make black people real uncomfortable. You digs? Now dig this. Now, all right. You better ask somebody. Yeah, we on equal footing because I can dig her down. The whole time she playing your ass. Now look at him. Trying to get, listen to me, necessarily trying to get acceptance intersectionally, racially is a waste of your time. Why you wasted time trying to thinking that all white girls want to fuck you just because 2 or 3 of them did. You're being an idiot and you're playing yourself. Colors, 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 colors. You digs? A lot of y'all niggas be on some bullshit. You be drinking that gentleman Jack. You be drinking that gentleman Jack and smoking them blunts. Smoking them trees, boy. Oh, you about to hit it? Okay. All right, Justin, get that paper, brother. Get that paper. Hey, have a good time, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Meet you a little sexy thing that want to hear some of that good music y'all playing, bruh. All right, take care, brother. Have a good weekend, man. You deserve it. That's a good brother right there. That's Baseman Walk Downtown. That's the homie. Big supporter of the show. Yeah, Sugarland. Yeah, they got some nice clubs out there. Sugarland, Houston. H-Town, baby. For sure. Yeah, everybody be careful this weekend. Real talk. Be careful this weekend because the Popo gonna be out. The Popo will be out. And he will be looking for drunk drivers. He will be looking for drivers who are inebriated in all types of the words and ways. You digs? Now, this is a holiday weekend. They're going to be extra patrols. Up here where I am, they started the extra patrols earlier this week. State troopers all over the place. I mean, I wasn't speeding that. Oh, yeah, I was speeding. I had to go up to Seattle. Let me tell you something. Because I used to back in 2011, 2012, I used to say this all the time when I lived in San Antonio. I used to be like, hey, man, be careful. Because when I was living in San Antonio, it wasn't uncommon for them to get 1,000 DUIs in one weekend. And some of them be cops, be dumbass Mexican cops. Just as many women as it is men driving around fucked up. I don't know what it is about people feel they gotta drink, sit up there and drink, and then turn around and get behind the wheel and be driving a car. Then be like, I can't believe you pulled me over. I'm like, bitch, because you swerving. What's wrong with you? That's why I pulled you over. Bitch be out there in her drawers and a tank top talking about, you know who I am. You know who I am. You're like, ma'am, you embarrassing yourself. You digs? You digs? Hey, look, everybody. It looks like everybody done fell asleep. Look, I got shit to do. I got wangs to fry up. You digs? The donations are down this weekend and was last weekend. You digs? So we're gonna go ahead, call it a night. It's time to party, y'all. About time for me to get my swerve on. You digs? I am the Iceman. Don't forget to donate your $10 this weekend. And remember, you can do it the Cash App way, or you can go to asktheiceman.com, scroll down to the donate button and donate there. It's just that easy. But I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get my swerve on. Got these wangs waiting on the neck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, digs. Plus that Toronto game about to come on in a little bit. You digs? So I'm going to holler at y'all. Next week, the Iceman Show podcast. Meet me there. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. You digs?